Hello, welcome to the Confidence Cure podcast, where today I am by myself and I'm going to be talking about the biggest lies that we tell ourselves. So, a lot of people are really low in confidence, not because of what other people tell them or what anybody is saying about them. It's actually about the lies that people are actually telling themselves. Like the biggest enemy to your confidence isn't other people at all. It's actually the lies that you keep repeating in your own head. Our thoughts are constantly putting you down, and you are choosing to listen to them. And that I am going to go through the top five most common lies, and we'll just talk about how we can tweak them in your head to make you feel a little bit more confident. And I'm doing this because a lot of people have this, and most people feel like they're alone with low confidence, or they're the only person that can't do this, or they're not ready to start or something while they're watching loads of other people do things. So this is a completely normal thing. So I used to have it all the time. Like I was always like, I'm never going to be able to go to uni. I'm never going to be able to pass my exams. Why would anybody listen to me as a coach? Why this, that, and the other? I'm never going to be able to lose weight. I'm never going to be able to do this. Like I was constantly telling myself, and to the point where I actually believed it. And that is such a bad state to be in, because it's just so depressing. It's just like, I'm never going to be anything. But who told me to listen to that? Why did I actually believe that? Because it wasn't set in stone. No one ever told me, and it's not a fact. And we need to look at the bigger picture. Like your internal dialogue is actually going to fuel you, or it's actually going to destroy you. So I spent years and years and years where I let it destroy me, and I can see a lot of other people that do it. And I've also had clients come to me that let it destroy them, where we should be able to use these thoughts and we should be able to take them and let them fuel it. And you get to choose what you believe. All the thoughts you have in your head are not correct. They're not the truth. And they're not the truth. You don't have to listen to them. So I'm going to go through the five most common lies, okay? And then I'm just going to give you like some truth about it and the action on what you can do to take it. So one of the first ones I'm going to talk about is I'm not good enough. A lot of people have this all the time. Like I'm not good enough to get this job or this promotion, or for this man or this woman or this relationship or anything like that. That comes up all the time. And then if that is sitting there subconsciously and you're listening to it subconsciously, that is going to rule all of your actions from it. It's like, why would I do that anyway? Because I don't deserve what I'm trying to get. So that's where your actions would stop. So the truth is the confidence isn't about always being the best. So you can actually rephrase that. So if you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough, try and rephrase that to confidence isn't about being the best. It's about showing up as who you are and just getting a little bit better 1% at a time. And that's all you can do. So I'm great the way I am right now. And I am just excited that I get to get better every single day by learning about myself. So yeah, you are perfectly good enough the way you are. And you can rephrase that thought in your head and make yourself believe it with positive reinforcement. And you can train your brain to believe that you actually are good enough and you deserve absolutely everything. And you got to show up just the way you are, and you got to be prepared to learn, and you got to want to get better just 1% every single day. And that there is where you are going to start turning things around. So to action this, what I would recommend that you do is list 3 times that you've already overcome challenges. So this can be just like getting out of school, like you've passed some of your exams. This could be just driving your test. It could be starting a new job. When you start a new job, you get nervous. Are you still in that job? Did you stay there for a few months? You still succeeded. Was you nervous about going into a restaurant just to meet somebody on your own first time? Did you overcome that challenge? Yes, you did. Was you nervous to go to school for the first time? Did you overcome that challenge? Yes, you did. So there are so many things already in life that you've already overcome. So what's different about the challenge that you're just about to come through now? Like you thought you wasn't good enough for all these other things as well, and you've overcome all them challenges. So this is just another one. So try and back that up with a fact of something that you've already overcome. Another lie that we also tell ourselves, and this comes up so much, I'll start when I'm ready. Like literally, when are you going to be ready? Nobody is ever ready at all. There's never a perfect time for absolutely anything. There's not a perfect time to start the job. There's not a perfect time to go traveling. There's not a perfect time to get in a relationship. Things just happen and you go with the flow. And readiness is literally just a myth. And action is going to Action is what is going to create the confidence to make you want to do it, whatever the outcome will be. It's not the other way around. I'll get confidence when I feel ready, or I'll get more confidence when I start this. No, you have to have the confidence to know whatever you do, you're going to succeed in it. And because you are who you are, and that's the different type of thing. So there's a lot of things that I might do in life and I'm like, oh my God, this is not the right time. However, I know deep down everything happens for a reason, at the right time for the right reason. You just got to, if you've got confidence within yourself, you are going to listen to your intuition, and you are going to trust all the decisions that you make. Now, if you're just doing things because you're not trusting yourself, or you're taking the safe bet, that's not the right thing. Starting when you are ready is never going to be the right time. You need to plan what you want to do, and you need to take action. Action is where you're going to start feeling confident about what you're doing, because then you're actively seeing what you are accomplishing and you can see things coming together. So what I recommend you do on this one is action. Commit to one step today. Just like, no matter how bad it is or anything like that, just do it. If it's messy, great, learn from it, do it again. And that's how you start to feel ready, because you're just doing it on a daily basis. Another one I'd say is other people are better than me. A lot of people now, and it's even worse now with social media, other people are better than me. So everybody thinks that this person's doing better, or this person's doing great, or this person's doing that. So you wouldn't even put yourself forward for a job, or like if you liked a man or something like that, what you'd be like, why do they like me? Why would I go for this job? And that is just comparison. The truth about comparing yourself to other people and believing that other people are better than you, that comparison is just a huge distraction. And then you just stay in this lane that is just frozen, because all you're doing with your time is just comparing yourself to other people, getting the job you want, getting the guy you wanted, getting the girl you wanted, getting the body you wanted. They are doing all of them things. So it's just a waste of time, and it's really hard because, like, obviously social media is out there now. A lot of people like the comparison from years ago compared to now is probably a little bit worse, with how like social media has had a massive impact. So that is a big one. But I think, well, I know because I get a lot of feedback about how people compare themselves, and I've been done it lots and lots of times. Like, I remember years ago when I first started teaching. Yeah, that was actually years ago. I was like, oh my God, so many good teachers. Why would anybody listen to me? When I first became a PT, I was like, oh my God, I was comparing to myself to like all the young PTs, and I've just like, oh my God, I was like 20 kg heavier than what I was now. I was like always comparing to compare, like, without even looking about what was great about me. Like, everybody has such pros in them already that nobody else has got. Your biggest gift is literally being you. Nobody else is you. Nobody else has your traits. Nobody else has the authenticity that you have. So rather than comparing, which is a massive distraction, go in and look at all the things that you have. Like, nobody else has that in the world, and that is your biggest like tick box that you can use. So compare yourself from today, yesterday. Don't compare to anybody else. What I would recommend you do is, anybody that you are following on social media that you are comparing yourself to, unfollow them. So just start today, unfollow 3 people on social media that just literally trigger you, who trigger your comparison, who you comparing yourself to, and replace them with people that are more inspiring. Right? If you are going to doom scroll on social media, rather than doom scrolling on social media with people that you're constantly comparing yourself to, which is distracting you from your own goals, unfollow them and follow somebody that actually inspires you, that wants you to get out of bed, that goes for a walk and makes you believe that you can do things for yourself. Don't sit there doom scrolling people that are literally just going to bring your energy down and distract you from your own goals. That is just you don't want to be doing that. So another one I would really recommend is, well, I don't recommend it. This is just another one that I really believe that a lot of people do think, that people do lie to themselves about this. And if I fail, it means I'm not capable. People think if they fail, they will literally just stop. But failure is the actual truth. Failure is great. Like, you should be, Obviously, we're not going to be happy with failed. However, if you change the perspective, failure is feedback. It's not your identity. You can sit back and be like, okay, yeah, that was pretty pants. But what can I do now to learn from this? What can I do to grow? What can I do to make this much, much better? What I am going to do it again, and say that with confidence. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to come back stronger because I'm going to learn from this. What do I need to still succeed from these, and what can I get from these lessons? So if you fail, it doesn't mean you're not capable. It just means that you get to learn more. So anytime you fail at something, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a business idea, it could be a relationship, it could be absolutely anything. Anything that has failed, you would have learned something along the way. So take it as feedback, okay? You can audit it if you need to, no matter what it is, and then be like, right, okay, next time I enter a relationship, next time I enter a business, the next time I enter something, this is what I'm going to try and change, because obviously that's not what was working for me. So take failure as feedback. It is not your identity. It does not mean that you're not capable. It just means that you've got more knowledge on what you can do to make it better. So try and change your perspective. So if you feel like you have failed at something, or you are failing at something right now, what I recommend you do is literally just sit down and be like, right, okay, even if you're in the middle of something, I've done it like a year ago or whatever it was, when I was like in like this relationship thing, I was just like, okay, oh my God, what is going on? Like, what is this teaching me right now? Okay, what do I need to learn from this? It's not about the failure. It's not about what's going wrong. It's not about anything. What am I doing? What can I do to learn from this? And when you have realized that, things will start to change. You grow, you develop, and you go into everything else a lot stronger. And this is with everything in life. Anything that you feel like you're failing at, sit back. What is this teaching me? What can I do better? And what can I implement to make sure that this doesn't happen again? And yeah, so go in headstrong with no matter what you want to do. And if it fails, it doesn't matter, because the outcome is that it's going to be amazing anyway, because you've just learned something from it. So you're just going to be bigger and better anyway. So it's all good. And this is probably my favorite one, because this is the fifth one. So this is probably my favorite one, because I hear this, like, I don't know how many times I hear this a day. Like, I don't have time. I literally, oh my God, like my head, I don't have time. Do you know how many people say this to me on a regular basis? But it's the honest truth, time is not the issue. The issue is your priorities and your boundaries. If you are not, you prioritize what you deem as important, and you put the boundaries in place to make sure that you get the things done that are important to you. So if anybody says, I don't have time, I'm just like, that's an excuse. It is just an excuse. And to put it in a bigger perspective, you've got so many people. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, very wealthy people. I don't know, I can't say, like, a lot of people that are well up there, and they still manage to have time. And you should see that the businesses and the run and their families and all of this. And I'm like, wow. And that all comes down to they prioritize what's important to them. So they have the businesses, they have the family, they have their own social life, they have like all of that, but they are very good with prioritizing what's right for them, what's important to them, and they put their boundaries in place. So if anybody's saying they don't have time for the relationship, they don't have time for going to the gym, they don't have time to read, they don't have time to food prep, they don't have time to go for a walk, they don't have time for this, that, and the other. No, that is not the case. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. What the difference is from people that succeed and the people that don't succeed is that the people that have succeeded, they have literally put their priorities in place, and they put the boundaries there to make sure that they succeed no matter what. Whereas the other people that don't succeed, it's a case of, oh, I didn't have time because I let this take over instead, or it's really not that important to me. So again, I let that take over. So I don't have time is generally a surface level lie. It's hiding something else that is going on. So maybe it's not important to you. Maybe you don't want to own up to it. Maybe there's something going on. I don't have time is just a legit excuse. Like, it just, like, I can just literally, it just goes straight over my head now. And because there is something there as to why you're not putting that as a priority and a boundary. So that is why it's just an excuse. I can't even say it in a nicer way. So what you can do to get out of this, like, is literally audit your day. Literally put absolutely everything in your diary. What are you doing? And I can guarantee, or in a week or whatever, and I can guarantee you will see slots where you have actually missed like you'll actually see slots where you have literally just time has just literally gone missing. Like honestly, some people, I've done it with quite a few of my clients now. I've done it with myself. I've done it with so many people now, where you can actually see they've had blocks of hours in a day free, but yet they never had time. So look at the diary, audit it, put everything in there. When you're having a shower, when you're washing your hair, when you're doing this, and look at the pockets of time that you are actually wasting. This will be TV, this will be scrolling, this will be making food when you don't even need to, you've already like got food. Like there's just so many things that, or like useless conversations on the phone that you don't need, that don't align with people that don't align with you, or they are just literally just dragging you down. You do not need that. So audit your day. Have a look if what you're doing in a day is literally draining you or it's fueling you. Are these the things that are meant to be pushing the needle forward? Or are they the things that are just wasting time on a surface level because you're hiding something from yourself, like I don't have time, or so a lot of the time is I don't have time is because underneath there's something else going on, like they either don't deserve it or they're lying to themselves about something. So are you actually subconsciously hiding something to yourself? Like why is it that you keep putting yourself and your goals on the back burner? So there's always an underlying reason as to what that is happening. So yeah, these are the 5 that I would think are the highest at the moment. This is the common trends that I'm hearing quite a bit. And I think when you've got your thoughts in your head, they are so easy to listen to because your thoughts, you get the emotion and then you start feeling with it as well. And then you start paying attention to that thought. And then once you've paid attention to that thought, it literally starts going round and round and round like a goddamn hamster wheel. And then it's like, oh my God, it's real. Then you've got the feelings in it. Now to get back out of it, it's really hard. So to stop that from happening, you need to pay attention to that thought as soon as it arises and be like, right, okay, is like, how do you actually battle with that thought? How do you shut it down straight away? And then this is when your emotion won't feed that and it won't go round and round and round. There are so many different ways that you can do that. And this is when you'll start to learn how to stop listening and believing all the thoughts that you are telling yourself. Like I said at the start, like confidence, a lack of confidence doesn't come from what other people think of you. It's about what you think of yourself. And this is the difference. So any thoughts that you're having in your head. So if you're walking in front of somebody, or if you're walking into a room and you're like, oh my God, everybody's looking at my outfit, everybody's doing this, or whatever it is. Has anybody actually told you that they're looking at your outfit? Even if they are looking at your outfit, are they looking at it in a negative way? But in your head, your thoughts will be telling you, no, they're looking at you in a bad way. But have you got a fact to say that that's what everybody's doing? So there's so many different ways as to how we can shut these thoughts down. But obviously, I haven't got, I can't go through all of that right now in this. So what I would recommend you do is just get a pen and paper, write down one lie that you keep repeating to yourself. Is that I don't have time? Is that I'm not good enough? Or people will judge me for this? Or people will do, like, it's not going to work out? Or what if this happens? Or something like that, okay? Or like, it's such a hard challenge, other people will be able to do that, but it's not for me. Write that down and be like, right, okay, what do I need to believe instead? What can I do to what can I do to make myself not register that that's the truth? And what fact can I get next to it to make sure that it's not correct? Like put a fact with it, literally a fact with it, and make sure that you are not believing it. So what is the truth that you want to believe? So put a fact down, something that you actually want to believe, and listen to that first. And there are so many other things that you can do daily, literally daily, hourly, secondly, minutely, that you can do to shut down the thoughts and stop listening to them. But I will do that probably in another podcast. And literally, first thing you need to do is, what is the biggest lie that you're telling to yourself repeatedly right now? Okay. And then literally write down what's the truth that you want to believe and start to believe it. When you're getting the thought that like you're not good enough, that you haven't got time, you haven't got to do this, literally question that thought. Like, is that the truth? Do I have time? Go and look at your diary, put in what your priorities are, look at the time that you're actually wasting on doing absolutely nothing, scrolling, doing something like that. And you will start to see that the thoughts in your head are generally just lying to you, and you actually believe it. So it just brings your energy down, and that's what's going on. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. So just remember, your confidence isn't built on lies. So lies to yourself, lies that you don't even recognize that you are doing it. It's always built on truth, and truth and action. So if you can tell yourself the truth and then you can action that, and you then again you can see yourself doing that, that is going to make a massive difference. It's like proving that you are capable to do it, and then, again, that just shuts the thought down, because they're like, oh, actually no, I am actually doing it. And again, that will start to change over time. So every single time you replace a lie with a truth, you kind of like taking your power back and you're believing in yourself again. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today. So what I want you to take from this is, are you actually listening to all your thoughts? The confidence that you are getting because you think what the people are thinking about you, it's not actually them why you are confident, it's actually what you're telling yourself, because they haven't actually directly told you that. It's just the thoughts that you're thinking that they think that about you. So you actually think about, you only think people are thinking bad about you because you think that of yourself. That's the only time that ever happens. They'll be like, oh, they think this, they think that. That's only because you think that yourself. So every time you're feeling like something is happening or something like that, go within, why am I feeling like this? What thought am I lying to me? What thought am I telling myself? And it will go from there. So if this resonates, or you feel like it helps, or you know anybody else that has these thoughts and lies and they're just talking themselves out of things all the time, then send them this podcast, send them to me, and I will literally help them see sense and get them out of this loop of listening to their own thoughts, because that's the only thing that is stopping people from evolving, is like, because of they're listening to their own thoughts, and that's the only thing that's stopping you from doing absolutely everything, literally everything, the relationships, the traveling, the businesses, the work, the absolutely everything in life. So it's what you're telling yourself in your head. So yeah, you can get out of that. So like I said, if anyone can get help from this, then send it to them. And thank you for listening.